Oh shit. What's good with y'all, man? I'm your host, man, Stan Uzumaki. You already know what it is, man. Today. Oh shit. What's good with y'all, man? I'm your host, man, Stan Uzumaki. You already. Bing. Alright. Got the audio fixed like that. Alright. So today, man, since I'm reviewing I Shouldn't Be Alive, man, I'm wearing the headband because, man, you know, you could also call this album Demon Slayer, man. They got a lot of anime to it, man. But today, the album, of course, that I'm talking about, it's in the right-hand corner. That is I Shouldn't Be Alive by Treazon. That's a pretty controversial name for an album, if you ask me personally. But let's see here, man. Off the rip, I'm going to go track for track on my opinion for this. And if anybody who joins in the comment section, let me know your opinions on the album. I highly recommend you go get this album. Honestly, if it wasn't good, I'm not one of those people who like to review things I don't like. Like, if I don't like something, I'm not gonna bash it and go out my way to knock it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's taking food off somebody's plate. You know, at the end of the day. But if it's something really, really good, then by all means, I'm definitely gonna give my review so that more people hear about it. Because more people definitely need to hear about it. And that's definitely the case with this album right here. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. So, like, I Shouldn't Be Alive by Treazon. Probably butchering his name like I butchered Naruto's name. Treazon. But anyway, first album on the track is called Bail. Now, straight out the gate, and before I get started on this album, by the way, man, like, I highly recommend you could look it up. That ISBA obviously stands for I Shouldn't Be Alive, but he also dropped an album last year called Troublesome. That was really dope. Has some good ass stuff on that. I should review that maybe at a later time, but today I got the day off, so just sat back, listened to some music, and then I said, yo, you know what? I need to review this album because this is a fire ass album. So I like really broke it down bar for bar, concept, beats, everything, you know. With the first album, there's a couple of songs like I want to like sample some stuff, and there's a couple I skipped. First album, the intro, I skipped it because it was like really bar heavy for the most part, you know. But it really set the tempo for like what to expect, you know. Like if you're a person who like I can't even say if you're a person who like bars, like this is like the album for you, like, because honestly, like it was like a great blend of everything. It had melody, it had singing, it had crazy hooks, it had some bars, it had some personal stuff also. Like it just like covered all bases. Probably if anything, it wasn't like commercial enough. Like if that was like my only complaint, like, and that ain't even really a complaint because like who cares about the bubblegum music, but you do want to have like 1 or 2 bubblegum songs just to get like that casual viewer, you know what I'm saying? Like that casual money somewhat, because like you already got the diehard. Like if you like a diehard hip hop person, then this is definitely an album you're going to like check for and you definitely want to play back. So yeah, that's just like my introduction. So track number 1, Bail, there's a couple of lines that stood out to me. One of them that like really stood out to me was when he said like I'm always on my block on my defense, because like to me that's like that could be like a double entendre, you know what I'm saying? Because like you could like take it like, you know, blocking like stiff arm or whatever, like you always on your block, or like, you know, like you fighting and you like always got your block up, you know. And then you can also take it like you on the block, you know what I'm saying? And like you like basically holding it down on the block. Like I don't know, maybe that's just how I took it coming from that type of background, like, oh, I'm on the block and all that type of shit back in the day. But I don't know if that's how he meant it, but I was like, yo, that could be like a double entendre. So like I fucked with that. Another line from that first verse, like this is probably like my favorite line on the first, or not the first verse, but of the song, was when he did that. He had a little Frieza scheme that he put up in there. It was like, hard as Frieza cold, I'm on 3 below, I'm on Frieza mode, I'm in golden form. It's the survival F. Excuse me, I'm not the rapper, but so yeah. But when he dropped that, and I'm not the rapper no more, but yeah, like when he said that, the way he said it, like it was just fire. Like definitely need to check that out. There was another part. This might be second verse, but he had another part he said up in there that like I like took a note on that I thought was fire was when he said like, if you think I'm subbing you, the shoe fits, and I wasn't. I was wondering what it is that you did to like take something that was meant for someone else, as if it was pertaining to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been rapping, I don't know how long, you know, but back when I did rap, like I completely ran into that scenario. And for people who do rap or used to rap, like you definitely could like relate to that scenario where you getting subbed, or like you subbing somebody else and then someone else hear it and then they feel guilty and think it's them. You know what I'm saying? So like that was a real cold line, and to get that like conveyed in the song like was dope, and the way like you put it out in the song was like dope how he got it up in there. You know, usually I don't know, maybe from Troublesome, like I like consider this dude like the second verse, like kind of like how like I look at battle rap, like some battle rappers are known to like start strong and then end light, or some people like start light and then go strong. Like with the last album, I felt like, all right, man, he was damn near killing every second verse. So like kind of like gave him like kind of like a mind, like, all right, this is like the second verse killer. But it's more balanced out on Bail. I kind of like the first verse a little bit more. But like that's just like one of them raw, just like it ain't even it do got a chorus. I completely kind of overlooked the chorus a little bit just because the next couple songs, the chorus is just super fire to me, you know what I'm saying? So the next song that's up is actually one of my favorite songs on there, and at the same time, I got like one of the bars I hate the most. Probably the bar I hate the most on the entire song, just being Christian. I ain't even gonna lie, which was like, I don't even believe in God no more, praying or something like that. But man, but the way he said it, the way he did it together, it's just like, damn, this shit was cold. Like everything leading up to it, and even after, like was just cold to me. Where it's still like probably like it's in my top 5 for sure. But like, man, I just gotta play back the start of this second, or the start with this chorus and the first verse, like the intro, how he got up in. Crazy, bro. Make sure y'all go copy this if y'all don't know what got it, man.
I don't know what made them turn they back, but I know that I can never turn that clock. So I had to level up and learn from that, and remember some of them ain't worth that shot. I won't play the victim, I won't play the victim, not at all. I won't play the victim, I'll just make them victims. I had to become a god of war, Kratos surviving through every fire storm, hellishness that I've endured. It got me where I don't confide no more. I'm not even praying, cause ain't no God or Lord that hear me when I'm crying for him. At least that's how I'm feeling, my pride is torn.
Man, bruh, that introduction, my G. First of all, man, like, first of all, the chorus is crazy, the beat crazy. The way he came in was crazy as fuck, bruh. Like, nigga, I had to become a god of war, Kratos surviving through every firestorm, hellishness that I've endured. Bro, like, yo, my nigga snapped out the game, bro. If you don't like, man, if you like hip hop, man, I don't know how you don't like that. That shit was so fucking crazy to me. Like even the part afterwards, you know, the like got me feeling like, you know, and see, there's people, and obviously, like, man, like you have no idea. Myself personally, like my story is just so different that obviously I ain't even gonna get into. But I know so many people, you know what I'm saying, who've been through so much and break, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like break in like a bad way, but just like, you know, like they just like lose faith or whatever the case may be. And that's kind of like how it felt like with that bar. It's just like, man, like I've been through so much. I don't even pray no more, because I don't even feel like nobody's even like responding. You know what I'm saying? The way it was broke down, and you know, and even like the I don't even know the right word for it, but it's just like even said like right after, like that's just how I'm feeling, like kind of like, you know, like you're in the wrong, but like that's just how you feel because how fucked up shit is going. I don't know, that's just how I take it, and I just feel like everybody got their battles that they gotta endure. And that's like kind of what you get just out the gate with this song, is like this internal struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I've been through so much that like I'm at my ends meet. But also with this song, which makes it really hard to me, is just with everything going on, you know what I'm saying, with the current events and everything, from the protests, the police injustice and everything. I was just like, man, with the victim, you know, everybody want to play the victim, where like you'll see the the perpetrator try to play the victim, you know, and then the people who are the ones who are the targets and are the ones who are becoming the victims, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying to always, you get tired after a while of like just always speaking up on, because just like it feels like, dang, like it just consumes you. Like if you're one of those people who like speaks up a lot, like myself, on a lot of social injustices and everything, at times it gets draining, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like a song like this, with that chorus and with the song itself, is just like, man, this is perfect for like the current event going on. It like, and the bars is tough as fuck too. So it's just like, yo, this would make for a mean ass video, bro. Like real talk. There's a lot in this song. This is one of my definitely top 5 songs on the album. There's another verse up on there. He's like, the tiger rise when the lion roar, when I be zooming like a Commodore. Like the way he was like putting his words together and everything on this track was, he went crazy on this one, man. And like, that was another thing, man. Just like as someone who like used to rap, and I was talking to my sister earlier today, you know, just about like, man, I'm so glad I don't rap no more. Not because of this album, but just because like the people just in my city, and it's, and not even nothing against the people rapping now in my city, because like it's a different group. But back when I was rapping, you know what I'm saying, a little bit older, it was just like the personalities and everything you have to deal with. It was just like, man, this is just too much to deal with, like, you know. But man, with this, yeah, like if I was still rapping and still had the rapping mind state I had, I've been in my feelings over this fucking album. I ain't even gonna lie, because I would have been jealous. Like now that I don't rap, like I could just be like, yo, I could give everybody they fucking flowers and be like, yo, you fucking dope and everything. Because you know, when you do rap, it'd be kind of hard to give niggas their props, because you might get some of their props and they might take the wrong way and think they fucking better than you, or you might feel threatened by someone, or might realize someone is better than you, and now the relationship's like different, because now you're like trying to compete to like better them or whatnot, you know. But yeah, man, salute, man. We got the artist right there, man. Salute to you, man. This was a classic album, man. This is, honest to God, and like my man, this right now is my favorite album. But I ain't gonna try to, don't take this wrong. I haven't heard that Drake album yet. I'm a little bit slow on certain albums. I heard a lot of stuff, but I haven't heard that Drake yet. I know he dropped something a minute ago, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be better than, not even trying to gas you up because you're on the live right now. You know what I'm saying? But this album is just so solid. And honestly, with Drake, like Drake is good for like killing everybody else's shit. He good for mixtapes, but like his actual albums, I can't even I can't recall the name of it, man. But like my favorite one was one I'm sure like nobody else liked. It was that one you did like out the, like, I can't even remember right now. But I ain't even talking about Drake. So man, back to this album, man. On Victim, man. There was another verse. I'm so glad. There's another bar. I mean, before I get off Victim real quick, that I'm glad I had to get to this bar. This shit was so tough, bro. When this nigga said, I'ma shoot the sky and pursue all the stars, that's nemesis. Bruh, that was slick right there, man. That was fire, man. Like the incorporation too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my nigga had a lot of anime and comic and all type of like pop cultural references, but the way he always slipped them in there was it never came off nerdy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm coming off nerdy, but nigga, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm a nerd, my nigga. I'm an animator, my nigga. But salute to that one, because yeah, with that one, that's definitely in my top 5 right there. Victim is a crazy one. Reruns, man. All right, we about to get on track 3 reruns, man. Real quick, I'm about to play, man, because I got the blessings from the God MC, my nigga, up in the fucking room right now, man, giving his blessings, man. Fucking, I just want to play the chorus for reruns, man. Reruns was so crazy, and let me get to this shit. Where is it? 114.
I done seen this episode 100 times. You can try to fool me, but I know the script. I refuse to witness it another time. Here's a spoiler alert because I know the end. I won't watch this rerun no more. All the things you do and I've seen them before. I won't watch this rerun no more. Yeah. Stop being loyal to the wrong ones. Like avoiding the Titans, I got a wall up. It's unbreakable and I be making it known that I be quiet, but I'm coming for the karma. Niggas, stop being loyal to the wrong ones. Looking over my shoulder because I must. Feeling like somebody approaching me cut. Approaching me to stress like a soldier that's gonna pop. Young when a soldier caught up with every month. Days going by and I knowing if I can trust. Sucker niggas always be showing that they are friends. I can see ulterior motives cause they could pop. I done seen this movie, I know where it's ending up. Had to tell myself that I don't really give a fuck. Defense mechanism, I'm coping the way I want. Friends turn their back, I'm noticing everyone. That's the reason I be promoting zero love. That's the reason that I be loading up every gun. That's the reason I ain't devoted to anyone. That's the reason that my persona is nigga what? Nigga what?
Yo, my nigga. I swear, man. This nigga, man, I don't know. The crazy thing is I know this nigga don't fucking smoke or nothing. But nigga, like, how is this nigga doing this shit, man? This nigga's wild, man. Chorus crazy, man. Chorus fucking crazy out the gate. Beat just goes with the chorus and the whole concept, the theme. Man, I like on the second verse, which is when I played the chorus at, 'cause I want y'all to catch that. Stop being loyal to the wrong ones. Man, like, that's a message. That's a life lesson right there, man. Like, that pertains to everybody, man. Stop being loyal to the wrong ones, man. Like, that's the thing with the music when I said before, like, man, that's why I'm glad I ain't in music no more, man. Because, like, definitely with the music, man, you, like, deal with so many personalities, and it's just so, it's cutthroat. It's really cutthroat, man. And another thing with this album that, like, damn, like, while it's, like, really personal, you know, and, like, there's certain parts, like, if you rapped or you went through that journey at any point or whatnot, you know, I'll save, like, a little bit more detail later on with it, but like, there's certain things you can just relate to. You know what I'm saying? There's like 1 or 2 songs that are like real personal. I feel like these are just Treazon songs to Treazon. You know what I'm saying? Which I ain't gonna really dive too much into, but I'm about to get into track. You know what? Did I miss any note? Because I did have a couple. Yeah, well, reruns, man. So I like a couple bars that I like there was when he said, "Hitman and I'm suited for the service. Clown niggas be suited for the circus." It was fucking fire to me, bro. And the chorus obviously was crazy to me, man. The stop being loyal scheme that he did up in there, or however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. Then that part where he said like avoiding the Titans, I got the wall up, bruh. Attack on Titans, slid it in there like the anime reference, put it in there so fucking clean, bruh. Like, it was crazy, bruh. Man, that was a dope ass track as well, man. Reruns, man, reruns. If it ain't in my top 5, it's definitely in my top 7, man. I don't know, man. This album, again, the whole thing from top to bottom is solid for me. Number 4, we got Sleeve, man. Now with Sleeve's second verse might be my favorite verse on the album, just like from a narcissistic point of view, you know what I'm saying? Like, from like my type of style of rapping back in the day was like always on some like number 1, I'm the best type shit, you know what I'm saying? And that second verse, that, bro, like, was that I'm that nigga, bro. And like, that's what I feel like every rapper, like, that was always like my mentality back with it, you know what I'm saying? It was always like, bro, like, if you don't think you the best, then man, you better strive to be the best, bro. And like, you better have that mentality to, you know what I'm saying? That better be the goal. That better be the objective, man. You know, don't play second fiddle to nobody. like, you know, be your own leader. So I like that, you know, that I'm that nigga, I'm number one, you know what I'm saying? Like, my shit occupied, but I think I'm going a little bit too into track 4. I'm gonna play a little bit of track 4, man, because man, this second verse on Sleeve was ridiculous, man.
I don't want my heart on my sleeve too long. Had to cut them off, now my circle's small. I can't give a fuck even if I try. But to keep it real with you, I won't try. You ain't rolling with me, I ain't even saying one word to you. If you go against me, I ain't even saying one word to you. You ain't rolling with me, I ain't even saying one word to you. If you go against me, I ain't even saying one word to you. But I wouldn't go against me though if I was you. I'm finna get them while the moment looking opportune. They giving pennies for my thoughts on screw, so I dove in and changed with the poles in my line of view.
Man, you can't get the whole thing for free, man. Y'all gotta go purchase it, man. If y'all ain't got this album already, man, I already played enough little samples for y'all, man. Y'all already got a little appetizer dish, man. Y'all need to go cop that, man. I shouldn't be alive, man. Well, thank God he is. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this album, bruh. All right, so after that, man, you know what? I want y'all to get a little bit of this second verse, man, and then I'm gonna get my commentary on this track, man. This is definitely one of my favorite tracks because of the second verse alone, man. The second verse is stupid. Let me get to it.
Watching for the rattlesnake sneaking up behind the vines. I'm reincarnated, nigga. I'm alive, kicking in the door from the Bible. Masked up, comic con, give it up, Ramadan. I want my enemies to see a nigga eye to eye. I'm optimistic in his prom and I'm optimized. Ain't no option to decide, he's gonna die. You gon' find us mine. I ain't got a lie. See, I'm the greatest since I'm finalized. So whoever that you got in mind, there is not a compromise. You can pay the homage or it's homicide. Roll the dice and it's a gon' monopolize. Tell them I ain't with the smoke and every dollar sign. No, they wanna get my spot, but it's occupied. Try to tell them that you can't stop. It was prophesied.
Man, I'm sorry if I gave him a whole verse, man. That's the only time I'm gonna do that. But man, that verse is so crazy, man. Bruh, if I was still rapping and I heard that, bruh, I'd be still writing right now, my nigga. Cause like I would not stop writing until I wrote something more cocky than that shit, bruh. That was some very cocky, disrespectful nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit right there, bruh. I would have spent a lot of time trying to compete with that, bruh. And it would have been a waste of time, bruh. Here's the thing too, like you can have bars, you know what I'm saying? You can have bars, but man, you gotta have more than just bars, man. You raps, man, you have presence, you gotta have aura, you gotta have something else, have that it factor, man. But we definitely got, and I ain't even counting all that stuff, is you gotta have the, I ain't going front. Like that being my biggest criticism, and that's something the artist, like in everything that I always did, I'm an artist first, and you always gotta be able to criticize your stuff because otherwise you can't grow. You know what I'm saying? And that was always the hardest thing dealing with. I was just like, damn, man, like I don't like my voice for music, you know, which is why basically at the end of the day I was like, you know, man, I'm about to go do my art and all that other stuff. But with this dude, he got the bars, but he also got the voice, man. Like he got a good voice for this, man. So the sound quality too, to not be at no crazy major record label studio, sounds so clean and crisp. Like when I'm playing it in my car and everything, going places. The funny thing is when I played some of his older music, not even his last album, older than that, like a Medusa song, I was out somewhere and I got stopped like 2 times by some little females like, yo, what is that? I need that song. And I'm just like, yo, like that's how good the quality is, you know, like for people to like hear that shit from like a distance and still like, yo, man, like the quality is there, you know, the bar's there, the beat, the production, everything is on point, man. Kind of curious where he records at for that, because from my understanding, I'm thinking he records at his house. Track 5, man, we're gonna get into is Alive. Track 5 is a fun song. It's one of the more fun songs on the album. And one last thing with Sleeve and with Alive, I feel like damn, like being in a group. How I originally met this artist was through like the Facebook groups and everything. Both of us being into battle rap, and then we both joined some anime group. And even though this nigga slandered the shit out of me, man, like usually I used to terrorize niggas for the longest, and then I got into the FAD group, and these niggas humbled me. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I used to be wilding on niggas thinking I was like fucking king big shit, and then I went into the FAD group, and these niggas is some shooters and some animals in there, my nigga. Like they, like every now and then I could hold my own, but man, they killed me up in that group several times, man. But even with that being so, these are still my brothers, man. All of them, you know what I'm saying? We all support each other's endeavors and whatnot. And like, just because this person, I know this person, like, I'm not gassing, bro. Like, real shit. Like, I'm being 100% everything I'm saying. Like I already said just a second ago, like I didn't like the thing when you say you don't believe in God, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's just my Christian preference, But I don't think Quentin would like that either, we're gonna pray for you, brother. But anyway, man, on to Alive, man. Alive is a upbeat track, man. Just like with Sleeve, it's another one of those tracks where I feel like, man, like if the group, and I know Ian and Sam, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else, but I know they've been on a couple of the music videos. Like, man, I would love to be able to get out there for one of these music videos, make a little cameo or whatnot, But I got so much shit that I'm going through personally. I can't even get into that. Yeah, that's not even going to be an option for me for a minute. So, man, but with that being said, I would definitely be one of the ones that, like, man, if like I could have been out there, if I could get out to that city right now or that state, I would definitely want to be on that Alive or the Tonight music video. Like those would definitely be ones for the group. Those two and the last song at the very end would definitely be like my picks if it was like group was there. Without the group there, I got like different things. Like I would think Victim would make a good choice for a video because of the everything going on right now in current events, and then the message, the victim just in itself. Like, damn, with that message, man, that I won't play the victim shit, man, like it's so fucking prevalent right now, man. You got all these people with all these Me Too allegations. Looking at the thing with Kiki and Math Hoffa, man, and that's looking shaky. You had another one happen. There's been like 2 or 3 false accusations, and there've been like a couple that have actually been something like some substance to them to where people got fired and all type of things. So you got victim on that end. You got people playing the victim with this Blue Lives Matter. Like if you a Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, you were playing the victim. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's just so many different to where that will be definitely one of like my choices for like a music video. Alive Tonight. Sleeve or Alive definitely be like a choice if it was like the group was able to like link up and do something. But with Alive, man, it's just a fun song. I didn't write down too many quotables because it wasn't more so like a bar heavy song. It was more so like a fun melody type of song. You know what I'm saying? With the fire chorus and a dope ass ad-lib. I like how he had that walk. I don't know what gave him the reason for that, but like me personally, like I have a personal backstory with the word walk, and it coming actually pause, but with it actually being presented like that, like walk, because Pantera, like I'm into pro wrestling, and like one of my favorite wrestlers, he had the walk for that ad lib, so when you had the walk, it was like, yeah, this nigga made like a hip hop Pantera type shit. Like, I know that probably wasn't the intention, but to me, that's how I was just like, yo, that's fire to me, so that's something you probably ain't even see in your own song, which is wild. Track 6, Tonight. Let's see. I wrote. There's 2 songs I said earlier that I weren't really gonna like get real too in depth and review. Tonight is one of those 2 songs. I think that's a song better explained and better talked about by Treazon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a chatty patty or putting nobody's personal affairs out there, but like what I will say about the song is that, man, um, salute salute to the artist for being able to make a song like that. This one of those songs again. I said like this is a very personal. Like nobody is going to be like we all have our struggles or whatever, but this is so specific that it's like damn, like you might be able to draw similarities, but like this is too direct. Like this is my song to myself type of shit. You know? And like yeah, you could draw your own similarities or whatnot. But this one of those songs was like, all right, this is him giving his personal, you know what I'm saying? Salute to that, because like I always admire people who could do that. Like I have a couple cousins and they'll be on social media, Facebook, and they'd always be able to like convey their emotion, just like some real deep personal shit that like me personally, like always got my guard up, always got that Stone Cold Steve Austin, don't trust anybody type of I think that was in the last song, and I think I slept by it. Yeah, on the Sleep song when he said that the my heart is stone cold. That's the bottom line. Watching for the rattlesnakes that's sneaking up behind the vines, bruh. I was like, talk that WWE Stone Cold Steve Austin shit. But going back to tonight, yeah, like I was never one of those people who just put all my personal stuff. There's a lot of things I keep off of social because you just never know how the situation and how things may wind up. You know what I'm saying? From relationships, any type of like, for the most part, any type of super personal shit I'm not gonna put up on there because for one, it ain't nobody's business for the most part, and the two, I just know for any real motherfucker that really do care and really be genuine, there's like for that one person, there's like 10 that use that like negative. You know what I'm saying? Who are happy that you're going through that or want you to be going through that or whatnot, or don't have your best interests. So it's just like, yeah, I don't like putting my shit out there. I don't know who's really 100% for me or not. So I ain't about to. And then let's be everybody knows everybody on their social media. You met them or you haven't met them, like to be putting all that out there. But so when you get people who are genuine like that, I do take it as a act of genuineness, but I also take it sometimes as like act of naiveness of thinking like everybody is genuine enough to really, you know what I'm saying, deserve that information, be prevalent to that information, But so like with that being said, like that's one of them songs like I admire, like I admire my cousins for that. I admire Treazon for that, being able to speak on that. But that's one of the more personal songs to the point where it's like, yeah, I ain't gonna say like that's the thing, like every single song on it, but it's so personal that I kind of feel like if I'm putting them in order, the two most personal songs I would have to put last just because they're just too damn personal for me. I just don't know. No fast songs, but everything else got me ready to dance, and I'm like quoting the lines back and everything. Like, man, I don't really like. I can't really quote nothing back in tonight because it's just like picking apart somebody's like personal like demons type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a dope song. And it's like, yo, man, like there's some shit I can relate to on certain ends. Some of it like I can't relate but empathize. But it's like, yeah, it's not really the song to quote back or you know what I'm saying? Like turn on at a party. You know what I'm saying? This is like the one like you playing. I don't know. It's this you just play when you playing the whole album kind of type of thing, or like in certain type of situation. I don't like upbeat situations type thing. Maybe like a lyrical type of thing, or if like you writing something personal yourself and you want to draw inspiration, then that's when I would recommend like tonight. Paranoia 2. I know there was a couple of these. All right, been a minute. All right, Paranoia 2, man. I got some notes on this one. For one, man, the melody in Paranoia 2, fire, dope as fuck. It wasn't bar heavy. Like the first couple songs on it was like super bar heavy, and then like halfway through the album, it started to switch into it kind of felt like, because man, here's another salute to, man. All these tracks is long. All these tracks is 3+ minutes. The tracks is like 2-3 verses, dope beats, dope hooks, good lyrics. You got a good combination of music and rapping. Like it felt like if this was like, and this, because I'm about to sound like old head because I am an old head, but man, I remember the tapes and the tape decks and everything. You know, like it felt like the first 8 tracks was like side A. You know what I'm saying? Like the commercial, like boom, boom. You know, and I can't even say that because really the most commercial stuff is going to be on the side B once I get a little bit later down the list. But those first 8 was like so heavy and just like the lyrics was there and like letting niggas know like, look nigga, like I could rap, like I could rap. And then around 6 it got a little personal. 7 it went to like, you know, the melody and whatnot, and it kind of stuck with the melody for like 7 and 8. So it wasn't as bar heavy where I'm just like picking out like a whole bunch of, ooh, like I like that punch, like I like that punch and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I like the whole song. Like it had a dope ass melody that just, you know, you just play the whole song through and it's just flowing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like not really like a punch heavy song. It's more of like a cruise, you know, kind of like a Smoke song. Really, this really kind of like the Smoke song on the album. Really, like this is the one I really could see myself rolling up, lighting up to right here. This one and track 8 probably be like my two Smoke songs. But on Paranoia, there was something real dope that was set up on there. You know what? I want to play a little part from Paranoia because I got a little note to like go to 252. So I just want to remind myself what it was I had when I initially put that. Let me see here.
Man, look. Man, I hate the way we lead. Nobody is doing shit till it's too late to intervene. We talk about mental health like niggas really give a fuck. When someone crying out, nobody ain't gonna do a thing. When tragedy happen, they speak about it for a week or make them a bunch of memes. Then it's back to the bullshit. It's so much fire in my heart, turn to ice. Only hell freeze over. I say they couldn't freeze.
Bruh. That was so fucking crazy. And again, it's something that's just so like current with everything going on. There's another line. I don't know if I already passed it on another song or if I haven't gotten to it yet, where he's talking about like, you know, like always being on the phone, like to like escape like reality in a sense, you know. With that one, real quick though, not to get off topic, but with Paranoia, with that third verse, 3 verses, y'all. 3 fucking solid verses. But man, with that third verse, I have to like highlight it because if you was paying attention, man, he said something on there about when someone's crying out, ain't nobody do a thing. You know, like oh no, when we talk about mental health, like niggas. When we talk about mental health, like niggas really give a fuck. When someone crying out, nobody do a thing. And then talking about when tragedy happened, we talk about it for a month and make a couple memes, and then we back to the bullshit. Bruh, that is an ongoing cycle in today's society. You know what I'm saying? We see so much tragedy, we kind of like have gotten immune to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotten used to the shit. And so much so that it's so much stuff constantly coming in to the point where you really can't ever really even dwell on nothing or constantly attack something because something new arises, you know? But even when nothing new arises, like we'll have the protests, for example, you know? It was good for a good week and a half, 2 weeks, but you know, it's back to the bullshit. Cops back to doing the same old bullshit, you know? All types of bullshit going on. It's just back to the bullshit, basically, you know? I know I said that a lot just now. Sounding like reruns. But yeah, man, I just thought that was interesting. Same thing with the behavioral health, man. You know, sometimes we look at people and we always judging people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so judgmental in the sense that you could see someone in need or in pain and in need of help, you know, and Nobody will do a thing until it's too late, you know, or they'll break out their video cameras and record something bad happening and won't do nothing until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just I thought that deserved to be highlighted and mentioned because that was a dope little concept right there. Next track again, kind of tied in with the melody on this one. I didn't quote much from Demon Slayer because like Demon Slayer, it's just like one of them things. Like it was hard to pick like a specific part that stood out to me. It was like another one of those like really dope flow. Like if anything, the chorus stood out to me. I like the like walking in the cold and all that. I kind of wish it was a little bit more. And I wish he did go a little more geeked out on this one, if anything. You know what I'm saying? With the demon, so I wish it would have got a little bit more like on the Demon Slayer type of tip. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I hate to sound like so like not even just like on the anime tip, but like with this song, sound being very personal. Like there's been like a lot of family reference. So like on the Demon Slayer, like with the Demon Slayer being like basically a song about a brother and sister type thing, would have been dope to like get the sister in there because there really wasn't no like sister mention in this album. And one of my favorite songs on the last album, probably my favorite song was Gems. I don't know if that was dedicated to a sister or someone else in his life, but like I thought that was like a dope ass song. But with Demon Slayer, like I thought it would have been dope to like been a little bit more like on a like brother sister type of, you know, brother and sister against the world type of thing or something like that. But it definitely had a dope melody to it. I definitely loved that One Piece reference. You know what I'm saying? We already rocking the One Piece up on over here. You know what I'm saying? And again, threw another little slick reference up in there or something like I had to switch gears, took it to the fifth gear. Some type of crazy shit, but it was like a fifth gear Luffy bar. It was fire. Yeah, so number 9. This is one of my. Let me go back. I think I skipped it. Number 9. This is one of my favorite songs on the album too. Man, it's just like one of them upbeat commercial. You know what I'm saying? A little commercial track to a certain beat. I don't know. It just feel like something like I could play in the like the whole album is definitely like. That's what I love about this album is like I could play this whole album from start to finish. Like if there was any songs that I would possibly skip, it would probably be the Tonight just because of how personal it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I feel like I'm being a little bit nosy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm like prying into something like ain't none of my business. Like I need to mind my business. You know, like I'm not trying to like you know. And he had like another line, and it was another thing where he's like they're trying to decipher the code, make a Mountain Dew or something like that. Like man, like this is like one of the real personal songs where like a nosy motherfucker might like really try to like decipher, but like nigga, like I'm rocking with the music heavy, but I'm not really trying to stick my nose in your business or like, you know what I'm saying, have that song try to like form an opinion on either the artist or like the family members or anyone else in the song, you know what I'm saying? But with Reason, there's something on here, man. Like the chorus is crazy on Reason, but there's one of my favorite parts on the whole album. One of my favorite parts on the whole album comes up on this one right here. Where is it at? First off, let me play the chorus from there because I fuck with this chorus, man. There's so many fire choruses on this motherfucking album, bro. Like this nigga like a kind of like a 50 Cent like with the choruses, bro.
They just wanna talk, but I don't hear that. I'm on the level of my own, and that's a clear fact. They just wanna talk, but I don't hear that. I'm on the level of my own, and I've been gone, so you can line everyone up, and I'ma make sure that they don't, and I don't need a reason. Don't need a reason. Line everyone up, and I'ma make sure that they don't, and I don't need a reason. Don't need a reason.
And man, hold up. This is my part right here, though. This is my part right here.
They wonder why I'm raising up a storm. We're learning blinded by the villains, away from the allure, and I ain't having that. They just wanna talk, but I don't hear that. I'm on the level of my own, and that's a clear fact.
I like how he ended up I like that end for the first verse, which is crazy. You know what? With that allure too, man, what I really like about that, like, that's a tough ass song. I don't into his case, so I'm gonna come back to that.
Stop wasting your energy on sucker shit. If it isn't running up your digits, you should run from it. One for the money, two for the money, fuck the show. Gladiator, Russell Crowe.
Bro, yo, that drop, that delivery was crazy, bro. Like, that was fire, my nigga. That was fucking fire. That was crazy, bro. Like, I fuck with that line so heavy, man. That shit was crazy, bro. Two for the money, fuck the show. Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Bro, that was... Man, the delivery, bruh. The delivery was so on point, bruh. The beat, the chorus, man. That's just a complete song. That's a solid ass song, bruh. Back real quick to Treazon, man. Aside from the fire chorus, man. Aside from like, and all these songs are fire. There's just little parts that like I'll just pick out every now and then. There's a couple songs like that I kind of just truthfully was like something will come up or something happen and I just was like, all right, you know what, like let me hurry up because I ain't trying to like I ain't have too much paper space for the notes basically. So a couple songs I kept the notes really small if like feels like a lot of singing or melody based on it, you know what I'm saying? Because those are like more so like not really bar heavies. It's more so like you're just like riding a wave through the whole song. But with Treazon, couple bars that I like really fucked with was when he said like I be on my grizzly that's Revenant, I'm DiCaprio, wolf living on Wall Street, enemies in my arms reach. Crazy, bro. That was fire. And then what I just played back when he said how he ended the first verse when he said something about like learning about the villain takes away from their allure. Like, man, that if you're an anime fan, that's a fire ass bar. Because that could really fuck up an anime villain or someone who's like really dope sometimes. Sometimes it's better not to explain or give their backstory. You know what I'm saying? A good case in point would be Jiren. Even though he wasn't necessarily a bad guy, he was the antagonist to Goku and them. So that by default made him the bad guy. He was dope as shit. But then you get his weak ass backstory and it kind of like took some points away from him. Like it took a lot of his aura away. So like when he said that right there, that's kind of like what I like linked it to, and I thought that was fire, man. Like he might have had a different meaning behind it when he said it, but like that's what I related it to was like Jiren in specific. I hate to throw Jiren under the bus, but yeah. So track number 10, man, we're about to get into, man. This was a feature it had Will Tesla and DeSanto on it, man. This was an ignorant song, my nigga. Like, I fuck with the song heavy. This is some, like, if you, like, this is for, like, if you, like, this is going to be, like, to all the fuck-ups and the knuckleheads and, like, people still out there, like, making mistakes in life and shit and like, ready to risk it all and, like, you know, the jackers and the fucking, you know, the robbers and shit like that, man. Like, this is definitely probably going to be their favorite song on the album, man. Like, this is the most gritty... yeah, it's the most gritty song on the album. Like if not like outside of the two personal songs, like those are the most raw songs on the album tonight, and the other one's coming up, so I'll mention it when they do it. I believe if I haven't already, but this is like that the ignorant shoot 'em up bang bang. It's that '90s flow, that Mob Deep. You know what I'm saying? Like that old school 90s, early 2000s hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like that gangster music, like that East Coast gangster. I ain't gonna say like it ain't like that West Coast gangster, but it's like some East Coast, you know, that lyrical type shit. The dope thing about this song, man, I want to say real quick, I probably heard this song like prior to doing my review on this. I probably heard this song about 7-8 times. And it kind of reminded me of the damn, man, like now I'm gonna this is the only one time I'm gonna gas the song, and I'm only saying I'm gassing it because I have to compare to this because like, man, like this is too high of a praise for this song. Like it's too high, like it's too high of the praise that I'm about to say, but it's the only thing I could really like think of for an example at the moment, which is it reminds me of the first Loaded Lux versus Murder Mook battle, man. What I mean by that is like every time I listen back to that song or that battle, I always like would like get younger. Like I would always catch something new, or like my opinion on who won the battle would change. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a text Young Ill in that sense. Like there'd be a lot of times I feel like Young Ill definitely. Most of the time I feel like Young Ill win it, but there'd be a couple times I go back watch it and I'd switch my opinion. Like I don't know, man. T-Rex was T-Rex was cooking. You know, like that's what this song reminded me of. Like first time I heard it, I thought DeSanto like killed it the most. Then I played it back like one or two more times, and I felt like, yo, I think Chris actually got it, you know. And then I played it like another one or two times, like you know what, I kind of fuck with Will's shit. Like after the after the yeah, man, it switches up. Honestly, for the longest, I felt like it was Young Ill, but I went back and I heard like just T-Rex's round recently, and that round was so flawless, bruh. I was like, damn, I don't know, man. T-Rex might have got that, bruh. Like, and then watching it back, it's very debatable. Like, it's one of them back and forth, and that's how I feel with Black Ops. Like, the first two times I heard it, I thought like, not even the first two times. I specifically recall the first time I heard it, I thought DeSanto. Second time back, I thought it was Treazon. Third time back, I thought it was still Treazon. Fourth time back, I thought it was Will. Fifth time back, I thought it was Treazon. And then when I like really like start to break down everything, while I do have more quotables from Treazon, I still edge DeSanto slightly on this one. But yeah, it was one of them songs, and I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure when I go back, it's gonna change again because it just constantly keeps changing in that regard. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I will say that won't change, that is the common thing that I kind of do take a little bit of points off on Will Tesla, was just the Biggie introduction. The you know what I'm saying, the Biggie the Biggie spot. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I actually heard in some comments and debates, some people actually liked Will's intro more than his ending, and they liked that that introduction for his verse. Me personally, I didn't like it because like I'm one of them people kind of like how I feel with movies, which is like if you're gonna remake something or you're gonna take something, like you have more time. You have all the time in the world to make it better than the original. You know what I'm saying? So like in that regard, like it should have been better. Like you could. I don't have a problem with you saying some Biggie lines to start. I expect the lines that come right after to compliment them more than what was given at that very beginning. That was my only thing. You said like hammers and something else. Like that's just me being like very that's just me being very like overcritical maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, I always have to do this at the Art Institute. Like every single thing from every animation we have to present, every character design, every single class we have to present our shit, and it had to get critiqued by every other artist. You know what I'm saying? Like this is different because this is music, but like so that's just like my thing though. Like I'm very analyze and break down everything, from everything I watch on TV, everything I read, everything I listen to. So like again, there were times I thought Will had the best verse, but that was the one critique in every time going back and critiquing it, I was just like, man, I would have preferred if he was a little bit more crafty and clever with the gun talk. You know what I'm saying? once he got into the gun talk, like you did the Biggie like 7 Mac 11s about 848. Wait, that's how Big did it. Let me switch it. Like I fucked with that part. You know what I'm saying? And then the revolver salmon, like I'm saying, like Will was going crazy. I just wanted more the more the little schemes. You know what I'm saying? Like the more the I got 7 Mac 11s about 838. You know what I'm saying? I want the more the little wordplay with the guns. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just hammers. You know what I'm saying? Like, like give me the like breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one thing as a rapper myself back in the day. Like I don't rap no more, but there was the times where like I'd have a car song or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I go into the car magazines. Let me make sure like I'm breaking down. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like if I was gonna really get on the guns or whatever, I would have went and got a gun magazine if I ain't really about guns like that. You know what I'm saying? And did a little bit of more research. She could have just been a little bit more in that regard. I did like the revolver line. You know what I'm saying? I like the get to snapping on niggas like Thanos with the stones, the cerebral with my moves. I don't pick and choose. Promise the way you could get it. Anyone could be food. Like that was what like see like, and that was the thing that was pissing me off when I was seeing comments like on some other thing a while back on some thread. Niggas was talking about the song actually, and there's a bunch of niggas who liked the start. But I was like, damn, they're giving more praise to the start than the part I like, which is personally like the middle to the end. You know what I'm saying? At the middle, like, is when you like picked it up. For me, kind of like the fighter. Like some fighters, like they take a while to like to get going, kind of like a Donald Cerrone or a Nate Diaz type person. Like that's how I kind of felt like on this one. Like, all right, you like took a little bit to like get that going, to like to get that momentum going. But then once that momentum got going, it was like off to the races. Like he's like that horse is catching up. You know what I'm saying? Like so in that regard, I thought that was like dope. And it was just like, damn, lost a nigga Will, because like I got like one or two albums from Will. You know what I'm saying? They're like very subconscious thing, and like we like to joke around and play like, man, like in the groups like, yo, man, like you be having a lot of conscious music. So to see like the dark side Will, lost a nigga Will, like was fire for me. On that verse, man, Dos Santo, man, like there's a lot just because of the way like how this nigga talks and the way he like puts the stuff together, which is why I don't have as many quotables as a Treazon, who's like more like smash mouth, you know what I'm saying, in your face. But like if you really like pay attention, like you have to pay attention with Dos Santo. This nigga is talking. He's saying some wild, crazy shit. Like there was a part at the beginning that was crazy, like about like I can't even really break it down, but he's telling a story in his fucking verse, and it's crazy. I think he had the verse of the song, not by a lot. Like I feel like in all three regards, like this is like one of them, again. Obviously, it can be by a lot if I've already switched my opinion 3 times, like 6 times in that regard, man. But like yeah, like it's definitely one of the things. It's like every time I hear the song, like my opinion might change. That's why like I got to compare to like one of the battles where like debatable battle where like all right, it just so happened this last time before I reviewed, I got Dos Santo for the best verse. Maybe it's just because it was kind of it reminds me. Maybe that's why, because like that loaded Lux type. You got that loaded Lux type of delivery where it's just like, bro, like I can't. It's hard to quote in some cases, man. But some of the lines from him that he did say that are like really fucked with, man. He said this one line in particular though. I just like really thought was like maybe like probably the line of the song for me, which was when this nigga said, "Niggas think they doing something because they made a little splash in the game. I'm a title wave. In other words, just level this shit." Bruh, that was so fire to me. I'm mad how I just said that because like I'm reading it obviously, and I got a lot going on right now, baby. I don't know the background shit, but that line was crazy as fuck to me, man. That nigga said that these niggas think they doing something because they made a little splash in the game. I'm a title wave, another level of this shit. And when that nigga had the X-Men reference, man, any X-Men reference is probably why I probably biasly probably got him with the best verse, man, because I'm so damn biased for X-Men, because that's where it started for me. When that nigga said it's Magneto, you can only see the metal when it lifts. Crazy. That's fire. That's like a battle rap bar that somehow got incorporated over a beat, nigga. But you know, like, again, being an old nigga, that's how we used to battle back in the day, obviously. That's some, I ain't about to go into that. Man, some bars from Treazon on Black Opera, man. I got to save the star for last on this one, man, which was this nigga's a couple things this one that I thought were fire, man. Damn, what this nigga said? This nigga said some shit like niggas got some shit that you be buying. Niggas got on the shit that you be buying, like the Storage Wars, man. He had a Storage War line. Probably messed up how I delivered that shit, but I definitely messed up how I delivered it. But he had a Storage War line that was fire, basically what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Then he had some shit where he's like, niggas selling lies, numbers don't report the scores. Virus and dormant form, man. He had a lot of like dope ass. He had an Iron Man line up in there. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like, I've been striking when the iron hot, I'm Iron Man. There's a stark difference in our repertoire, bitch nigga. Like, man, like, he had some fire ass lines up in that, man. Again, another dope ass reference without it coming off as like just like for the sake of making a reference, and it don't even like really come off that great. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely dope ass. That one right there, I can see like a lot of the like teenagers, like angry teenager, like the rappers who are like more like on that like that, you know, Smash Mouth, you know what I'm saying, on some gang shit, the gang bangers and shit like that. I can definitely see that being one of their favorite songs. Real quick, man, with that song before I get into this next song, man, with the Black Ops, man, like this is exactly how I best describe Black Ops to myself. Like this story, man, like, so I'm an older person, you know, but back when I used to make music, I put out my first mixtape. It was called Rookie of the Year. It's back. I dropped it back in 2007, into 2007, and 21 songs on this track. Most of it was very personal. A lot of it very like lyrical, bar heavy, because that was like kind of like the thing at the time. But so like it didn't have the singing, it didn't have the didn't have the banging choruses like this. I mean, it was a mixtape back then, so I didn't have like I was actually recording in studios, but I didn't actually have, out of them 21 tracks, about good 50 of them were like other people's beats, just, you know, a mixtape album put together type shit. But most of the tracks were some conscious shit or some lyrical shit. I only made one ignorant track on that whole album, and it was called Thugs and Killers with my two cousins from Seattle, and then the one from my block on Santa Margarita Street back in Southeast San Diego. So long story short, at this time I'm living in my apartment complex, and it's like the first apartment complex I'm living in by myself. Like when I moved out my little out of mom's crib, you know what I'm saying? It took me a little bit longer to move out of mom's crib, but when I did first move out, it was like back in like 2006, and around 2007, 2008, after my mixtape been out for a while and I've been pushing it everywhere. I'll never forget this little white kid in the little complex I was in, you know what I'm saying? Coming to me like, he had the mixtape, he like, hey yo, Kicks, he like, you need to make more songs like Thugs and Killers. And I'm just like, dog, out of every single song on that fucking album, the one song that you were attracted to was the ignorant shoot 'em up, rob 'em up, gang bang bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this fucking Black Ops is. This is the song for the for the hood niggas, man. All right. So with that being said, man, on the next track, man, track number 11, man, Give and Take. This one right here, man. So like, there's so many songs and videos I feel like could be like, I mean, there's so many songs on this album that could be a music video. You know what I'm saying? For different reasons. Like, I feel like Victim would be just great for political, and so many different messages on that. There was another song, I forgot which one it was a minute ago. It was talking about the behavioral health. You know what I'm saying? There
there's two songs where it's like I feel like damn, like you know how like you'll have like a music video and then it'll cut to like a verse from another music video. There's two of those where like I like see like damn, that would be dope to put this like say victim and then cut to like part with like where he's talking about the behavioral health and like tragedy happens and all people don't do it. Those two correlate and go together to where like damn, like if it was my album and this was my like as an artist and someone who does do or used to do music videos and still do motion graphics and stuff like that and video stuff like that, that would definitely be something like if I was to take on the project. Obviously I'm not in your state so I couldn't, but like if he was in my state or whatnot, I would be like, bro, we need to link up. We shoot a music video. Already got green screen, cameras, lighting, all that bullshit. Like, bro, those would be the videos that I would want to direct for this off this album. Would be Victim with that verse with the behavioral health and the tragedy cut into it, kind of like how like that Cameron song. I forgot which one it was. I think it was Oh Boy or one of those songs, and then it cut to like I Really Mean It halfway through the song. I think it was Dipset Anthem and it cut to I Really Mean It. Just like that. Like that's what I would want to do with Victim in that other song. And another song or two up on here. But like that would be for reasons, you know, for other reasons, like if like say we would be able to like link up with like the rest of people that we know in these groups that we've been in and shoot like a group video, because I know he put that out there at one time, like then Alive or Rerun or Sleeve will be a dope one for that, you know. But from a marketer standpoint, Give or Take is one of them songs I really think would be like a smart song to it would be another one of those that you could definitely make a video to, and it would definitely be a smart one to make a video to, because as an artist, like you want variety, you know what I'm saying? And being a critique, you know, with everything I've said a lot of good. One thing like switching, I hate to go back into myself for a second, but just like switching off, like, so like I used to do music for a minute. So there's another song on here that I want to like speak on a minute that pertains to something he says, just like, damn, I completely can relate to that shit. On the bonus track 15, when I get to Thrill, I'll get a little bit more detail into it, but there's just certain things that that like once I stopped, I was so focused for the longest on doing just writing music, and I wasn't really focused on I let someone else do the beat, you know what I'm saying? Get my engineer, you know what I'm saying? And all I need to do is write my craft. You know, I feel like you can't be master or you can't be a slave to two masters type deal, you know? But once I transitioned, so once I stopped making music is literally when I switched and went back to college, and then I started to do animation. While doing animation, I start to get in like filmmaking and start to do a lot of photography and filmmaking classes. And so like now I also look at things from a filmmaker's perspective. And when I think of Give and Take, I'm just like, yo, this from a filmmaker's perspective would be definitely one that will be a smart choice, because one, as an artist, like you're your own brand, you know what I'm saying? You're like a walking billboard. And with Give and Take, it panders to not even, I don't even want a casual audience, but it panders to a different demographic audience than the demographic audience that you probably already got a strong lock on, which would primarily be like probably most like I'd say other artists, people who I artists or no longer are artists such as myself, or people who are a fan of the hip hop genre in particular, you know what I'm saying? But you definitely want to take time to target different markets. And with Give and Take, this one is definitely a perfect target for the female audience. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to have something to pull in your female audience. And with Give and Take, same thing would Set You Free. Personally, I kind of like Set You Free better. they're both fire as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but Set You Free, I kind of just like it a little bit better. It does take a little bit longer for it to get into it. With Set You Free, also, it is only one verse with a dope ass melody, dope ass beat, and everything. Give and Take, just a little bit more substance, a little bit more to it, just for the fact that it got two verses and whatnot. A little bit more of a blend of the rapping incorporated into it. But you know what, like, here's my thing. Like, usually, like, I be having a problem with, like, people who do sing, like, a lot on their album or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But when you dap your ass off on, like, 8% of the album, like, it's cool sometimes to, like, you know what I'm saying, to just sing or have that melody flow. Those songs that I didn't really go and pick out the lyrics bar for bar, like, those are the songs that are just more, like, consistent from start to finish, though, you know, in a sense, because it's just like, it just you could it just I don't know the right word to describe it right now. I'm getting a little bit tongue twisted, but with Set You Free, like, it's another one of them songs where it's just like, it's commercial. Set You Free and Give and Take is probably the two most commercial songs, and they both pertain to that woman demographic, and you definitely want to have your woman demographic, because guess what? If the woman's playing it, they man's gonna play that shit. And once the man play it and they gonna hear the other stuff and be like, yo, I'm definitely gonna play it. So it's just a win-win situation. And then also from a music video standpoint, I kind of got off point to this, but this is what I want to make the point with the video, is that you don't want all your videos to be the same. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like, even if somewhat the same, like, you want to give them a little bit of a breath of fresh air sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not have every single video with the same type of premise. Like, get the tracks that would kind of give different looks, give you different looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every track going need to be the lyrical music video lyrical, or, you know what I'm saying, shoot 'em up or whatnot, or I'm the best MC type shit. You know, like, get the ones with the stories. It's more artistic. It's just more artistic. You know, with now I'm recalling, because I said earlier, I was like, there's 4 songs that, like, I would make 2 videos out of. I will blend them together. That being Victim, and I will put that with that I just can't recall which. I want to say it's from Paranoia. I will put Victim with Paranoia 2, with the third verse from Paranoia 2, and then I would take while Give and Take is another one that could be a music video. So it's really like 5 videos at this point, 6 videos, tracks. I could just really can make a video for anything on this. You know what I'm saying? But with Give and Take and Set You Free, both of these, like, could be the radio song for one. I could see these 2 out of everything being, like, the one for radio. The reason I would have to probably go get a bit more, while I do like Set You Free more than Give and Take slightly, even though Give and Take got more bars on it and got more on it, I always definitely like the rapping and the bars and shit. The way that Set You Free is put together is fire. Like, all these songs is put together dope, and everything. There's just something like, especially dope about the way Set You Free. Like, there's just a vibe to Set You Free, man. Like, there's a slow build. It's just everything. It's just dope as fuck to me. I really fuck with it. I just wish there was a second verse. And to that point, because when I originally put my notes for Set You Free, I put, like, this is the radio song. When I first was like, yo, this is the one for the radio. Like, this one I need to be. But then after hearing it all the way through, I'm like, damn, this only got one verse. You know? And it's like, it ain't a lot of rapping on it, but, like, damn, this song is just, like, something I could definitely put on my this is some shit I could definitely play, like, on the airport, like, going overseas, like, on that, like, you know, on that overseas trip, you know, like, this is that vacation. Like, that's a major compliment. Let me tell you something, like, that's one of the biggest compliments I could give you, man, is if I say your shit is vacation music, bro, there ain't nothing like vacation music, bro. I'm just gonna put that. There ain't nothing like vacation music. sounds like some rich nigga shit. It is, but yeah. Fucking I gotta get my headband right, man. You know, be on my Joel Santana shit. But with Set You Free, this is definitely one of the ones I was like, damn, this and Give and Take I really like about it is like, damn man, you definitely covered all bases. You need to have your women tracks. You needed more than one. And so like to have two of them, you have two very personal tracks on there, so that's dope. You got a strong opening and you got a very, very strong finish, which I'm gonna get into fast because obviously it's a finish. You got the female tracks covered. You got the Lost Niggas covered with the Black Ops, and there's like another Lost Nigga track up on there. I want to say Alive. You could kind of see as a Lost Nigga track. You kind of got the woke nigga shit with Victim and Paranoia. You got the melodies with Paranoia and Demon Slayer. You got the upbeat shit with Alive and Reason. And I'm still on because man, this is just like something like I really want to get this. I hope I wouldn't even be mad if you have a producer or director or someone run with this idea, man. Again, with the Victim and the Paranoia too, but also with Give and Take. And I would probably honestly do it with Give and Take. Please, yo. Even if you do, I don't care how many music videos you do, but you gotta do me a favor, bro. You gotta make a music video that sets you free, and you got to incorporate. You gotta incorporate L2N, because I feel like "Set You Free" is that it's a dope ass song, and it's like it's a dope ass song, and I know you talking to your girl on it, and it's like, yo, this would be a dope ass song to have a video to be able to look back on later on in life. You know what I'm saying? With your girl and everything. Like, yo, man, I got my girl in the video. The song's dedicated to my girl, and then it transitions into the song about the daughter, man, and like look what y'all created and everything, and then you get the best verse of the entire album on L2N. You know what? You need to go back, fix that back album cover, bruh, because she needs her fucking feature, bro. She needs a feature, bro, straight up, man. So when she get older and she go, like, not only do I got vocals on my album, you know what I'm saying, this is really her album, but not only do she got vocals on the album, but she got her feature. She's listed, man. Everybody else got their feature listed, man. Give my girl her feature, man. Don't ever disrespect Bear Gang like that again. I could have trashed this review, but I would be a liar, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I want to trash it because when I looked at the back of the album cover, it say feature Ami on track 14, but we on track 12 right now, man. So that really pissed off. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's like that and on Victim when we set the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Me and Quentin, we gonna pray for. You know and man, you need to get it right, man, because definitely trying to, you know what I'm saying? Here's one thing, man. So like I don't know, man. Like, and I don't know if this is this generation, but there's two things I noticed, and I don't think this applies to you, but this applies to a lot of people that I noticed, man. Like, and I'm just cut from a different cloth, man, because like I just grew up different. But two things I noticed is one, like some people, it's like, man, you could rock with them heavy, but there's some people they just want you to agree with everything, and the moment you don't agree or you have some type of critique or something, advice or whatever that they don't like or whatever, like it's cool to not take some advice or whatnot. That's 100% fine. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to do that. You got to be able to decipher, because not all advice is genuine or got the right intentions or motives behind. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to decipher bullshit. But at the same time, like some people will take advice like if they don't like it, like take it personal. Like, so like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You can take advice or don't take it personal. And you know what I'm saying? Honestly, listen to the song, listen to this album. There's like 2 or 3 times you even mention like, yo man, you niggas keep your advice. I don't need it. So like, even be giving advice, like it's not even my place. You know what I'm saying? But as like a human being, as someone who is a Christian, like one advice I will say is this, man: you are very blessed, my sir, with talent, not only to rap and sing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who can't do either one. You do both very well, sir. Um, but you are very blessed with a very beautiful little child, very smart individual. Um, no, I don't really talk about any personal shit. I don't even want to talk about it. That's too personal. I don't even get into my shit. Man, you are very blessed, is what I'm saying, sir. And so, with that being said, you need to work on that mindset, man, and realize there's a lot of people. We all have our demons that we got to face and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it might take time or whatever, but man, God bless you, man. God bless you with not only this talent, you know what I'm saying, but He blessed you with the beautiful support, man, and that daughter and that girl, man. And so, you know what I'm saying? There might be times where you might feel some type of way or whatever, man. Recognize you are blessed, man. So, like when I hear stuff like, oh man, like I don't feel like praying or whatever because like I don't feel like no one's listening or whatever. Like, man, there's someone listening, man. You are very blessed, man. You still alive, you still healthy, man. You got a beautiful family and everything, man. Like, uh, take time and be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people who don't. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying that we had my boys in Seattle, my boys in Seattle, and real quick, man, shout out to 84 Fly, man. You need to get back in that studio so I can review your album, your next one, man. My boy 84 used to get busy, man. He got a track with. I remember meeting Nipsey one time. Nigga, cool. It's like RP to Nipsey Hustle, man. But with Chris, man, yeah, you're a very talented individual, man. So like when I see stuff like that, just remind me of a couple of my other homeboys who like very tough upbringings, myself included. You know what I'm saying? But like I just didn't fold in that sense, and that's probably because of my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? That I still have that strong. But man, if you go some time, you know, there was times like when my there was times, man, there was times, man. I don't even really want to get. That's a little dark, man. It's tough, man. Those times are like I definitely can relate to that, and I definitely felt like, damn, man, my faith is very much so being tested, you know. But it's something you gotta be able to overcome and realize that you are blessed, man. Every day you're alive, you're blessed, and you know what I'm saying, and be thankful. You know what I'm saying, because it could be worse, you know. With that being said, sorry to be preaching in my place or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that is one thing, man. Growing up, people would make jokes and call me Richard. I'm totally not, but it's such people who know me now, or like the past years or whatever, like a skewed perception of me because like they don't know like my story, which I can't even really speak on, but like man, I come from the fucking hood. You know what I'm saying? I come from like a blood neighborhood, like blood block, five, you know, Santa Monica Street, man, four corners of death over there in Southeast San Diego. Like everybody fucking knows my hood in San Diego. Like you already fucking know what it is, my nigga. Like well, my hood is where everybody shoot their videos and it's the spot, man. Like it's the most notorious areas in all of fucking San Diego when to like hood shit. You know what I'm saying? So like growing up on the hood, like my area too, like one of the most like respected streets around, like nothing but gangsters and OGs, everything from drug dealers to fucking hustlers, gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealers and drug abusers. You know what I'm saying? Like I was protected in the sense that even though I grew up around that, my household grew up around a World War II vet and a lady who was a social in the and everything like that, you know, and gave me lessons. And I was a person in the hood, you know, preaching to the other niggas like, yo, man, like it's never too late to give to change your life around, give your life to God or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never too to change, you know, because like I knew people who was fucking robbing niggas and fucking all type of shit and having one-on-one conversations in driveways and shit like that in cars, you know, just smoking or having conversations, freestyling over beats back then and all the shit like that. and having these one-on-one conversations, telling people like, yo, man, like, I know you be out here selling, I know you be out here fucking robbing niggas or whatever the case may be. It's never too late to repent and give yourself to God. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not saying you gotta like, there's people got like such a wrong perception of Christians for so many, like, Christians aren't perfect and they do a lot of the same shit. It's just like, you just believe in, at the end of the day, you man enough to ask for forgiveness, and you know, you just try better yourself. I mean, and you don't gotta be a Christian to necessarily or be a good person, you know what I'm saying? But it is nice to have that type of thing, especially when you have losses, you know, and very trying times. Something to, I can't imagine like not having something to believe in with some of the things that I went to, not having something to pray to. I would have fucking been in jail because I would have done crazy shit. But that's just me. Sorry, I went off tangent, but yeah, with Before My Eyes, or I'm sorry, not Before My Eyes, but yeah, no, I'm sorry, I think I skipped. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I skipped the track, man. So track 13, I skipped because I wanted to do a music video. I would do a music video for Set You Free and L2 into it. That got off tangent. But track 13 is the other track I was talking to. It was track 13, and I want to say tonight. Yeah, it was Tonight and track 13. Before My Eyes was the two very cool tracks. Was like really hard for me to really like break down and analyze. You know what I'm saying? It's very straightforward. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it was like over the head or nothing to where like, oh, I don't understand it. It's just very personal to the point where I just don't feel like I'm not gonna say comfortable. It's just feel like, yeah, that's not my place. You know what I'm saying? To really break that down into that. Most I will break it down into is with that song being very personal. Again, salute to Treazon for being able to put himself out and whatnot. Which is always a dope thing, because those is the realest fucking songs. I felt like back in the day with Mode album, I felt like at that time, like Whack Voice alone, because obviously, you know what, a little different. I wish I still had that album, because I definitely totally changed my voice as much as I could just to make it somewhat presentable. But like, it was a very personal album, and just off of personal shit and my personal story, I felt like I'm the best ever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, there's no one who got my story. You know what I'm saying? When I hear a song like Before My Eyes or Tonight, it reminds me of that album. It reminds me of the mixtape. Like, oh man, like this is that real shit, bro. Like that. It's what separates. It's what separates people, man. Like I'm a little bit older. I was born in '84, so like when I was in high school, right around the time, it was right when Mr. popped up, right when Eminem and the Battle Olympics and everything. So everyone was rapping over beats at this time, and it right around the time it was before, it was right the birth of battle rap and shit with today's battle rap. You know what I'm saying? The Mook versus Lux and all that shit. And a little bit prior to that, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle Fridays and all that shit. But back then, when it was rapping over beats and people were battling back in high school, back in 2000, like that's how long I've been doing this shit. Like I was battling back in high school back 99, 2002. I didn't do it. I started writing songs my freshman year in '98, and then I started freestyling and all that shit. But then I started battling and freestyling over beats crazy back in like 2000 going forward. You know what I'm saying? For a good minute. But during that time, before like during that time when people would rap, like you'd have the people who could freestyle, and then you have the people who only write. You know what I'm saying? And then you have people who could, if you could freestyle, you could write. But not everybody who could write could freestyle. But damn near everyone who could freestyle could write. I felt like personally, you know. But what made the people who freestyle better was like I just felt it was a better freestyle if you actually been through shit and you actually like were able to draw from shit. You know what I'm saying? Personal experiences like that. So like with Set You Free, you know what I'm saying? Or not Set You Free, but with Before My Eyes, these are those like nigga, like I really been through some shit type shit. It's separate from like just a nice MC. You know what I'm saying? Because like you could be like a dope ass rapper, but like are you a dope person? Like are you a corny ass nigga who just writes well? Or are you like a real nigga? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But track 14, man, L2N featuring Ami, man. Let me correct myself, man. This is featuring Treazon, fucking L2N, man. Letter to I don't know. But yeah, man, this is definitely another one of those ones again. Why I was saying as much as I love and I really wish it times was definitely like you should have struck irons hot like Iron Man. You said, nigga, in fucking Victim video back when the riots was popping. I'm not even gonna lie, my nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you, my nigga, but you should have did that, my nigga, because that would have been perfect, bruh. You would have had so much perfect footage. You would have a chance, but man, it would have been worth it, man, and could have went viral. That being said, outside of that, with the behavioral health, I feel like that would be the strongest video. The Victim with the Paranoia 2. The second one, just artistically and just personal and whatnot, I feel like the Set You Free with the L2N, dope ass concept, man. Like to, you know what I'm saying, write the letter name. Like this one right here is going to be, this is a present in itself to your child. And I kind of feel bad if you have any children because they're going to hold some type of resentment for her because she already got featured on the track, you know what I'm saying? She already got her own song, you know what I'm saying? She shot at numerous songs, but man, she already been on tracks now, man, features and everything, man. Fix that feature, man. Go back, edit that, go into Photoshop, put her on the feature, bro, before she gets a lawyer and lawyers up, man. We're not about to disrespect the Bear Gang Kappa like that. I don't even know. Oh, that's right. I don't know how. It's some meme or something he did. I got that Bear Gang shit started with me, man. But anyway, yeah, this is a dope ass, man. All the fathers out there, like I ain't a father, man. I love the fucking concept and everything like that. All the fathers are definitely like on that family friendly track right here for all the family people or whatnot. See, there's like something for everybody on here. There's not like a smoke song. Like the closest you get is Paranoia. But you get the vibes of a smoke song from Paranoid, but it's not a smoke song. Like that's the only thing probably missing. You got the Rob 'em song, you got the Hit 'em Up, Shoot 'em Up song, you got the songs for the ladies, you got the personal songs, you got the I'm the Best songs, you got the strong I Could Rap songs, you got the I Could Make a Song melody songs. You know what I'm saying? Everything's pretty much covered, but really smoking. And like something a little just like super duper commercial. Nothing's like overly commercial, and that's probably the one thing that this album could use, if anything, is that one song specifically for radio, kind of like a Medusa. Medusa is such a it's not like on a different album of his, but it's such a commercial song that you could just throw on a radio, or you could just throw on it could go on any type of medium, you know. But yeah, so track 15, Thrill, man. Again, with track 14, I thought that was the dopest concept just for the simple fact on the album, just for the simple fact that your daughter, when she gets older, she could go back and always have that. You know what I'm saying? She could always watch that back. And that's just going to always, it's going to have an everlasting bond. Not that you don't already have one father-daughter dynamic relationship, all the times and memories, but damn, like, that is like, that's huge, man. I had one of those for my mom on my mixtape back in the day, dog. That's still to my day, like still one of my favorite verses, bro. Like I can only imagine where that song ranks for you, man. I don't want to get sued, or I will play Ami's bars into that song, man. Like baby bars, something you gotta deal with. No matter how those I'm the best rapper, it ain't gonna equal up to this Gerber shit, bro. Stop, bruh. You need to have a baby around when you play that song so they could like speak and code and decipher for you, man. Thrill is the bonus track on here, man. Don't think about man. This nigga always delivers with the bonus tracks, man. Like a lot of people, man, they be having these short CDs now, man, and everything like that. Like with this, it remind me of like an anime, like some animes too. Like they'll have like a short issue or whatnot, and then you got those consistency, those people consistency that'll drop like a good like 14, 15 page, 16 every week, man. As an artist, like this, that's some dedication. That's a lot of work, man. You have no idea. Fucking man, like that's what you get with this album. Like you could have stopped at 10 tracks because you already getting full length tracks. There ain't no short track on here. The only short track I would even say, even though it's a 3-minute track, like most of the album, I think every track is at least 3 minutes, if not longer. The only track I would even say would be Set You Free because it's only it's more of a melody, and so for the most part it feels short because you get one verse. But other than that, everything else, it feels more, it's just, yeah, like you could have stopped a long ago. You could have stopped after 10. You could have stopped after 12. You could have stopped after 14, and we would have been good, my nigga. You would have had a perfect album damn near. My nigga, you would have almost had a perfect album. And then you go and you put track 15 on there as a bonus, man. It's like, damn, man, like that's just being generous at this point. Track another one. This is one of my favorite tracks on there too. Or I don't know if it's one of my favorite tracks, but it's one of my favorite concepts. You have everything on this track. You get everything from the shit talk instead of a chorus at certain points in the song. You know, so you think the chorus becomes, you get some snippets of like shit talking and some like commentary and everything. Then you get a dope ass melody. You get a dope ass verse up in there too. Then you get like the dope ass shout out from Nick at the very end. And the crazy thing is, when I heard this song, I can't recall what Drake song it is. So man, later if you could let me know what song that's from. I remember hearing that on one of the Drake mixtapes when I was in college. I remember around that time I was playing a lot of French Montana and Max B. Coke Wave series and the Mac and Cheese series and the Silver Surfer and all that shit. And I was playing like a bunch of the Drake shit because like Lil Wayne was a lot of the Lil Wayne shit, a lot of mixtape stuff came out. And then the Young Money came out, him and Nicki blew up, and there was a bunch of Drake mixtapes on Dat Piff and stuff, and I had them all. And I do recall hearing that on a song. And so it's just like, yo, that's dope. I didn't know that's you. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? What's wild about that is before Drake blew up, actually, that's a funny story. Before Drake blew up, back when I was making my music, because again, like I was making music from like 2000 and like I was rapping since high school in 2000 when I started like really like rapping, doing battle rap tournaments and all that shit. And then I started like recording music with my homie Obnoxious, who actually won. He actually was the champion on 106 in Park. You know what I'm saying? We went to school together, and he had a line. Actually, it's funny. I even because I didn't write this to know nothing, but there's actually a line. My boy Obnoxious. I remember when I first got in the studio, I was already making music for years and writing music and all that stuff. But I'd write and record on my laptop and stuff like that. I didn't have a studio like that. But I ended up dropping out my 12th grade year just due to location. It wasn't because I was anything or bad grades or anything like that. It was just like I was having a hard time getting to my school because all the way on the other end of the city and everything. But when I dropped out my 12th grade year, I ended up going to a continuation school, and that's where I met Obnoxious. Like I'm 1 year older than him, so I was like at that time he was rapping a little bit faster, whatnot, and me and my cousin would rap a little bit slower. We had more of like an East Coast flow. He had more of like an Eminem type flow or whatnot. And we kind of like were helping each other, steel sharpen steel. But he had the connection on the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one time he's like, yo, you want to get up in the studio or whatever? And I'm like, yo, man, get me on a track. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So he played me a beat over the phone. And my nigga, I was so hungry, man. Nigga, we wrote the fucking verses over the phone and went to the studio and recorded that shit. And hearing back Thrill, Treazon said some shit on there about him and DeSanto and some other nigga named Threats or a couple other people, like they used to be hungry, like how they're not as hungry as they used to be, and like how they used to like write and record music over the phone and then take the bus to go to the studio. Like, man, that's the type of shit, like, man, like different people, same story, different state, same story, like stuff like so many rappers and other artists who've been on that journey and still on that journey can relate to. And that's why I'm so glad this track is a bonus added to that. Some people can relate to that and just like give so many people, I know myself included, like those flashbacks of those journeys, you know, those days, like, damn, man, I remember when the hunger was like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Where like the love was that strong, you stay up all night, 24/7. There was another bar in that song. It wasn't even a bar. It was another. You know what? That one actually was a. That part was like the shit talk. But the second part I'm about to mention was a bar. The way he put it in the song was actually a bar. There was another one that I relate to where he's talking about all the kids was partying, but I was in the attic stress trying to be a rapper, dreaming I could be successful. Like, man, when I did go into my music, there was a couple years I really like was in that music bag where like I had my own. I wasn't in an attic per se, but I took my mom's garage, cleaned that shit out, got all the, you know what I'm saying, cleared out the whole garage and turned it into a room back in like 2006, 2000, yeah, about 2006 because I moved out in 2007. So like in 2006, took the garage, and for like a whole year, all I did was just write music and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, man, like I felt like in that year, like everybody was just out partying, having a good time, and all I cared about, I was so in love with music at that time. Like all I cared about was making music, man. I probably got like 50, 60 tracks if I could ever get my old laptop to pull up. That shit burned out on me. Still got it, but it just never works. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, that shit's so old. A lot of that music I wouldn't play back anyway because it probably ain't age well. But yeah, so there's a lot of like shit like I could relate to with that Thrill. I was just like, yo, this is dope. Like from an artist perspective, like a lot of artists could feel that one, or relate to that one. And track 16, man, by far my favorite beat on the entire album, my dude. Like that's track 16 is the reason I'm wearing this motherfucking headband right now. Y'all probably thinking I'm wearing the headband because of Demon Slayer on the or sleeve or something. It's the anime. It's the anime theme song, man. It's the anime ending theme song, bro. Like that fucking beat. Let me play this beat for you real quick, man. This is the hey. This is the second gas. This is the second gas of the night. Because, man, this might be, and I only say that because, man, the praise is so high, what I'm about to say, that this might be the second gas comment of the night, possibly. But I stand by it, and this is genuine. This might be my favorite outro on an album ever. Just because of the beat. The beat alone, bro. Like, the theme, so fucking perfect, bro. Like, it made me want to rap again. Like this beat really made me want to get on the beat. Like, yo, man, let me get on that beat. But I ain't want to like fuck up your song with my fuck up voice. Anyway, man, let me play real quick the ending theme song.
Hey, this sound like the ending theme, don't it? Like an anime going off. The ending theme to the I Shouldn't Be Alive anime. Yo, way too much when I'm into. Get the brain of a schizo. Got my heartbeat changing the tempo. Crown Royal, I take it a sip slow. Gotta go one, hold on like it's in vogue. I just wanna make it official. You know, get enough of it. Give me your with me, you really not against me. I don't want you to get hit up by shit with the info. Split them up like a wishbone. It's a melee, get the nigga playing on the bit mode. Gloves on like a master hand. I need my trophies now, but I'ma take my bit old. Now stay with the fence on. That's what I gotta do. I gotta damn back tenfold. So they think 10 more minute nigga, they was switch on now down 10 toes. I don't wanna hear about a project, none of that shit. That's a quick way to hit a phone, go click. I don't trust not one soul. Guess in the fuck to the no. You live in the era when nobody wanna chill by the mind. These niggas wanna troll from attention. Gotta respect that. Don't respect that. I've been on a mission to be the best contender. Trying to stay afloat with the stress of killer. Mom said life's too short, so I shouldn't hold grudges. Well, I beg to differ. Petty nigga. Anime junkie with paraphernalia. Give it till the meat depth comes to threes. Get some Curry and Reggie Miller.
Yo, I can't give y'all the whole thing, man. Y'all gotta go out and support, man. Y'all gotta go out and buy the motherfucking album, dog. Y'all gotta go get that Treazon, man. I know it's in the top right-hand corner. You probably ain't got a good look on it, so I'm gonna just cover up my handsome face for a minute. I'm gonna let y'all get a look. Look, this is what y'all need to get right here, man. Y'all need to go out. It's on your iTunes. It's on your Amazon. It's on all the streaming platforms, Spotify and everything. Go get that Treazon. I shouldn't be alive right now, man, because this shit right here is fucking insane, bro. If you like hip-hop, bro, this album is for you, bro. This is definitely top 5 albums of the year for me personally. And I always say top 5 of the sound personal because I know the person personally. But honestly, if y'all know, for those me and Chris, we always go back and forth. We don't eye to eye on shit, bro. So for me to say that about this nigga's album, bro, like, that's saying something, man. Because like I could. As much as this nigga slander me, like if this album was trash, bro, I'd be first to it's trash, and I'd be talking about shit if it was, bro. But that's my bro, and like I ain't gonna lie, just like on some petty slander shit. Honestly, if it was trash, I just wouldn't play it. I ain't that type of nigga. But yeah, even for a nigga who been sent, this nigga sent me to Snake Way several times, bro. But I gotta give respect where respect is due, man. This nigga got mad skills, bro. I'm glad I don't rap no more. That's my breakdown of Treazon. I shouldn't be alive right now, man. Stan Uzumaki, man. Just final thoughts on it, man. Now that I done went down the entire thing real quick, man. Look, right now we got a lot going on in this world. Politically and everything. One thing that we do need to do is we need to be more supportive of Black-owned businesses, Black entrepreneurship, just supportive of Blacks in general, man. Black Lives Matter, you know. And when someone does as good as I Shouldn't Be Alive, man, the least that we can do is go out and support it. Definitely need to go out, share it. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all go out one last time, get that probably mispronounced like I mispronounced Naruto. I know it's Naruto. Only because these niggas fucking killed me over my pronunciation of it. But man, y'all need to go out, cop this. Look, here's the funny thing before I do go. So this came out on June 3rd. This hasn't even been a month since this has been out. That's the crazy part. But I've seen this I've seen different group chats where people critique it or whatnot. The biggest critique on the whole album, this is how you know an album is good. The biggest critique I've heard on this album isn't not one song on the album, it's the cover. That's been the problem. Out of everything I heard, everybody who heard this album, the one thing negative I heard about the album is the cover, bruh. Now, I know a little bit more of a backstory on the explanation on some Dragon Ball shit. At least that's maybe what I'm pretending it to. And maybe I could be wrong with my misinterpretation of it. But yeah, that's the only thing I've heard anyone say negative about this album in any regard has been, oh, the cover could have been better. Like, nigga, are you listening to a cover or are you listening to the album? Like, if that's the only thing, then shit. When I say go cop that album, definitely go cop that album, man. It's a great album from top to bottom, man. Got everything up on it, man. Starts off lyrical heavy. That was one of the things, too, I will say real quick before getting off. Just like from a critique perspective, you know, like just I saw in all the years I did rap, even though I don't rap no more, like you still have that that not even just critique, but that like competitive nature, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of like size everybody up. You listen to everybody sing. You always kind of judge like, oh, I'm better than or they better than, like on some competitive. For the most part, you think just naturally that you better than everybody, you know what I'm saying? But like previous to this album, and with the Troublesome album, I start to switch my opinion. But before the Troublesome album, like I heard like a lot more of the commercial stuff, like a lot more singing stuff, like Medusa, uh, Made For. There's a couple other tracks I heard, and just being maybe it's just the narcissistic or my ego or whatever. Like initially, I was thinking like, all right, like yeah, this guy can make good songs. He definitely got a better voice. Definitely got a better voice or whatnot. But I was like, oh, this nigga can't rap with me though. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, even now, like in certain ways, I feel like no one could really just off my life, man. Just my story's wild. But fucking outside of that, like just lyrically, I was just thinking like, oh, this nigga can't like really rap like that because I wasn't really hearing like a lot of bar heavy stuff. I was hearing more like melody and more of like a well composed, put together song as opposed to that lyrical miracle shit. You know what I'm saying? That Papoose bar heavy shit. It was more of like a constructed, well put together composition as opposed to like something that pandered to like a lyricist, a heavy, more so like bar heavy type of person, And then with Troublesome started like more like, all right, this nigga could spit, this nigga could like rap, like he does more so like he's not more so bar heavy. Like I didn't consider him like a puncher, more like a bar heavy person initially. But then this album, it was like, yeah, this nigga's definitely fucking this nigga definitely is a bar heavy spit to the point where I was just like, damn, I don't know if I could keep up with him now. Like at first I got that cocky, you know what I'm saying? We all like as artists have that ego, like, oh man, I'm the best, or you know what I'm saying? Or you want to believe that, And with the stuff prior, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I could like get on a track with this thing, and I think I could like, I think I could potentially have the best verse and whatnot. But then hearing this album, man, and just from the very start with Bale, man, out the gate, they're just like, like, nah, man, the reality is probably can't. You probably can't do that, man. This nigga got bars, man. Like he just does everything else because he chooses to, man. But yeah, this dude could do it all from the singing to the rapping. So like if you a lyricist, man, he could match you with the bars, man. If you like one of those singers, he can match with the hooks, he can match you with the melody, man. He just incorporates everything and puts it all together real good, man. Where it's just not too, it's not over, it's just not too bar heavy, but it's not. I don't know the right word for it, man. It's just well composed, man. It got everything. It got bars. It got bars in every track, and then they got a good melody, a good hook. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a good blend. It's a good blend. With that being said, I was great in it. I definitely give this, man. I definitely give this an A. I definitely give this an A, man. Damn. Y'all might say I'm gassing with that, man. This is better than a lot of people's albums. This is better than a lot of these mainstream people's albums, not just this year, man. The past couple years, man. It's like one of the best albums I heard in the past couple years, man. Real shit. Salute, man. I'm impressed, man. If I was scoring like on a score of 1 out of 100, probably give it like a 90. Probably give it like a 90. I give it a 90. Man, 90. You know what though? Like the whole fucking album I actually played through, man, start to finish, man, and that itself is an accomplishment because there ain't that many albums before I get off here. Now that I think about it, that I've actually do that, and more than twice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, more than once. You know what I'm saying? Like, French Montana mac and cheese too. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West, graduation. Fucking 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. Young Jeezy, Trap or Die. Cameron, Come Home with Me. Pause. Jay-Z Blueprint. Jay-Z Black Album. You know what I'm saying? The Tupac albums. All my Tupac, like I loved all the Tupac albums, but there's always been like one or two songs on the Tupac albums that I skip. Same thing with the albums. Like there's not that many albums that I really genuinely played start to finish like that. You know what I'm saying? Dre, Chronic 2012. You know what I'm saying? There's very few. This is one of them. Definitely need to cop this, man. That being said, man, I'm up out of here, man. Next time y'all see me, I'm gonna be talking some wrestling. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, man, to the channel, man. More gonna be reviewing more stuff, man. Looking to make sure that I definitely do more of these reviews, man. I know there's a lot of talented artists in that FAD group, man. That's another group. It's kind of, I don't know if I should be telling y'all this, man, but there's a dope ass group on Facebook called FAD, man. Y'all might get screamed, man. It's a very secret society, man. All we ask is trust, you know. But within a week, watch the arm freeze up, like Jay-Z used to say, man. But there's a lot of dope artists on there who got some dope music that I definitely need to check out. I know Q-Flow got some dope ass music. Q-Flow, one of those artists, man. He's like a Christian artist. You wouldn't even know if you listen to his music. Sometimes that it's a Christian. It's like, have you ever heard rock and roll, Christian rock and roll? Like, you ever hear Christian rock and roll and you just hear that it's just like, whoa! You're just like, what the heck is this? It sounds like some crazy heavy metal, and then you're like, yo, man, if you pay attention, like, it's like some Christian, like, got a Christian message underneath it, you know, like Q-Flow, like, he's like, he remind me of Lecrae, like, where it's like, man, it's like dope hip hop, not too preachy. It remind me of like a Lecrae or like a Saga or a Loso, but on beat. That's what he remind me of. Or Will, more of like a conscious rapper from Brooklyn. Totally different than like the stereotype type Brooklyn that I grew up, you know, stereotype or accustomed to. But with Will, it kind of remind me more like a what's that nigga's name, like Charles Hamilton or something along those lines, or like a Lupe Fiasco's, like kind of Will Tesla got some stuff. DeSanto, man, DeSanto got a dope ass flow, man. Dope flow, dope delivery, man. Definitely need to get some more from DeSanto, some more music from out of him. And Blaine, man, Blaine got some dope stuff, man. Blaine, real life superhero out here in his lot, saving lives out here at Starbucks, everything. He got a dope story, man. He got some fire music too, man, that I definitely need to take the time. Maybe next time I get a day off work and everything, I could dedicate some time to reviewing like another person's album or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of other stuff that I'm doing. Most of the time, I'm mainly reviewing pro wrestling or some, you know, anime or something like that. But I just want time, or that's why I mainly am going to be. But from time to time, to support artists, other stuff off social media and other communities that I know who got skills and deserve to be highlighted and recognized, man. This album definitely deserves that merit. So make sure y'all go cop that Treazon. I Shouldn't Be Alive Right Now. Be glad that you are, man, because this album is a masterpiece, man. I don't use that word very often, man. It's classic, man. With that being said, I am Stan Uzumaki, a man of 1,000 faces, a man of 1,000 names, man of 1,000 moves. I am out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe. Peace.